welcome to This Week in Tyler Daniels Racing. We had an exciting week this week full of fuel mileage races, playoff races, and championship races. I'm Brendan Shaner.
And I'm Andy Shaner. Let's get right to it with Coffee and Cars.
And it's Coffee and Cars Sunday morning. SR8 cars here in Talladega with Gerald and Kyle on the front row. And here they go. Here we are on lap 7. 25 of Daniels gets into Eric Steele, sends him flipping down the track for the first caution here at Talladega. As the pace car pulls off after the caution, Doug Thomas and Stephen Miller are on the front row, heading to the restart. Halfway through the race, we've got Chris Harrington, Christopher Rollins, and Adam Clark, your top three. The halfway point here at Talladega in the SRA cars. With only 23 laps to go, this is becoming a fuel mileage race. These guys are bouncing back and forth, who's leading the pack to conserve fuel for the pack to go to the end. Back in our 5th, 6th, and 7th positions, another fuel strategy group, bouncing back and forth, who leads laps between Michael, Andrew, and Gerald. With 11 to go, Adam Clark is in the lead, followed by Chris Harrington and Christopher Rollins. As they take 10 to go. Will they make it on fuel is the question. Do they have enough to race it out at the end? With only 3 to go, Harrington, Clark, and Rollins now start to race it, with Harrington in the lead. With 1 to go, our back pack is in a battle. Michael is ahead of Andrew. Andrew's looking to see if he can pass him, with Gerald not far behind. Looks like Andrew's going to leave Michael out of the drop, see if he has enough fuel to make it around. Andrew stays in the draft, while Michael stays out high. No drafting help if he's got enough fuel to make it. Gerald starts helping Michael, but oh no, Michael is out of fuel. He is out of fuel and is not going to make it. Meanwhile, our front pack of Clark, Harrington, and Rollins continue to battle it out with just 1 to go. I believe they've made a better pit stop choice and had the fuel. Oh no, and the 22 and the 76 get together and they are wrecking. See what happens here. 76 gets into the corner of the 22, and they both slam the inside wall, leaving it for Harrington. Harrington, all by himself, takes the checkered flag and wins today here at Talladega. Congratulations on an exciting race to Chris Harrington. Harrington with enough gas left to go slide through the grass at the end of the day. Great pit strategy in this race.
Let's have a look at our standings in Coffee and Cars. Our top 3, Chris Harrington, Stephen Miller, and Eric Steele. Gerald Poole and Andrew Shader round out the top 5.
Came down to the wire on that one, and now let's take a look at Sunday Night Thunder.
And here we go. Short track racing at Martinsville with Sunday Night Thunder. Kevin McCann on the pole, followed by Nick Hansen on the outside. And here we go. 150 laps at Martinsville. Looks like we have a little bit of trouble here on lap 18 as the 00 spins out. That's actually going to bring out our first caution of the evening here on lap 18. We get ready to go back to green, lap 23. It's Brian McCann leading next to Nick Hansen. Brian jumps out after the green. Here on lap 37, the 00 gets loose around the corner and goes for a spin, and the 7 car runs into him. As the cans come around, and we have the 94 also involved of Corey Silva. That will bring out our next caution. As we get ready to go back to green, it's Kevin McCann up front next to the 28 of Trevor McManu. On lap 42, they go back to green. Those McCann brothers are running up front in the first 2 rows. Right along with Nick Hansen here on lap 63. As the 5 car comes down into him, it goes into the wall and spins out. That's going to bring out our next caution here, lap 64. As we go back green, it's now Chris Downing next to Russell Martin in our front row here on lap 69. As we get ready to approach halfway in this race, it is Chris Downing in the lead on lap 70. At the halfway point, it's Kevin McCann, followed by Corey Silva and Trevor McManu in the top 3. We are halfway through this race at Martinsville. With 25 to go, the 76 of Nick Hansen spins out all alone, sits down near the wall. When the 7 car comes around, it gets into him, and that's going to end up bringing out another caution here with 25 to go. With 17 to go, we get ready to go back to green. Here at Martinsville, we got Kevin McMahon, followed by Trevor McManu and Nick Hansen are your top 3 with 17 to go here at Martinsville. With just 1 lap to go, it's Kevin McCann pulling away from Trevor McManu. Kevin in that 11 car. Joe Exotic on that car tonight. And he is going to take home an exotic win here at Martinsville. Congratulations, Kevin McCann, on the Martinsville victory on Sunday Night Thunder.
It was an awesome race in Martinsville on Sunday night. Now let's move ahead. Tuesday night ARCA cars in the first week of the playoffs.
And here we go. It's playoff race 1 at Dover for ARCA Tuesdays with the McCann brothers leading the pack 1 and 2. Can anyone contain the McCann brothers? As Brian takes the early lead on his brother Kevin, followed by Tyler Daniels. Here we are on lap 4. You see the 5 car gets in the wall, slides out in front of the 22, and they both hit the inside wall pretty hard, and that's going to bring out our first caution. So under caution, the McCann brothers decide to pit for tires. Tyler Daniels and Dwayne Kinner decide to stay out. But it looks like most of the rest of the field is following the McCann brothers down pit road and following their strategy here under our first caution. So here we get going back racing on lap 8. Tyler Daniels in the lead by virtue of staying out and keeping the tires and not going to fresh tire. We'll have to see how that plays out. Here we are on lap 14 as Kevin McCann seems to be reeling in Tyler on those fresher tires. Those McCann brothers are fast to begin with, and he's just going to easily overtake Tyler on those fresher tires. At the halfway point of this race, Brian McCann has regained the lead and is just starting the lap. We have some trouble with 33 to go. Looks like Belair gets into Kevin McCann, puts him into the wall, and Belair's going to hit the inside wall, and that'll bring out a caution here with 32 to go. We just have 8 to go. Looks like Belair gets into the 45 of Reynolds, and that's going to end up bringing out another caution with only a few laps to go. Who's going to stop for tires and who's not going? As we get ready to go for the green-white checker, the McCann brothers, Michael Thomas and Tyler Daniels, did not hit to take tires. The field behind them did. The 63 of Gerald Poole is coming. With 1 to go, Tyler Daniels didn't take tires, runs into Norman Chan, and that's going to collect a bunch of cars in this field as they're going to start wrecking behind them. Meanwhile, the McCann brothers are heading to the checkered flag with 63 Gerald Poole, with the fresh tires coming behind them. But the McCann brothers, Brian first, Kevin second, followed by Gerald Poole on your podium in this first ARCA playoff race. Congratulations to Brian. What a great race. Brian McCann gets his burnout, followed by his brother in the 24, Kevin McCann. Dual burnouts by the brothers. Hopefully nobody wrecks them this time.
So let's take a look at the standings after Dover. Brian McCann is still at top, followed by Michael Thomas, Gerald Poole, Norman Chan, and Tyler Daniels in the top 5 in the ARCA standings. Let's see what's coming for next week. So the ARCA Championship will be underway this coming Tuesday, the Daytona 100. We have a night race at the modern day Daytona for the ARCA Championship. We'll have 40 laps with 2 fuel stops. Tune in, we'll be there.
And now on to Radical Wednesdays. 2 races in one night to crown the champion. Let's see what happens.
Now we're getting ready to go at Pocono with the SR8 cars. There's 2 races tonight for the championship, one at Pocono, one at Talladega. The championship of Radical Wednesdays. Mason Neal and Norman Chan are your top 2, but Norman Chan did not make it in this race. And that gives Mason Neal a opportunity to gain some points on him. Our top row is Gerald Poole, Mason Neal, and we're getting ready to go racing. Pace cars off. And we're getting ready to go at Pocono. We got a yellow here on 4. Let's see what happens. Looks like the 50 car gets down, gets spun, takes out the 92 and the 37. And that's going to bring out our first caution. Caution on 8. Looks like that rainbow car gets down in that 7. Slips it up. He spins. And then he comes down on that track, takes out the 45 and the 92. And that's going to bring out another caution. Ready to go back on the restart. Top 3 of 63 of Gerald Poole, 91 of Tom Land, and the 4 of Kyle Eichten. Another caution. It looks like the 25 of Tyler Daniels got into that wall, and I guess it's going to bring out our caution. We've got another caution here with 15 left to go. It looks like that 50 spins up in the wall. Luckily doesn't take anybody out, but that's going to bring out another caution. We got another caution with 10 left to go. It looks like the 5 car gets down in that 50. And that just piles up. Oh my goodness, Tyler Daniels goes over the wall and just piles up so many cars. That is definitely going to bring out a caution. We have another caution here on 8. Mason Neal gets up to that 9 car. And he just spins and takes out all 3 of those cars. Mason Neal has a black flag for need to repairs, but there's only 5 left to go, so he's going to try to stay out. Here with 1 left to go. Kyle, Mason Neal got a black flag for not completing repairs, so there's going to be no change in points between him and Norman Chan. Let's see who's going to win the race. It's going to be very, very close. Kyle Eichton still in the lead. Followed by Stephen, followed by Joe. He's trying to get in. He's going to lose. It's going to be really close. Kyle Eichton picks up the win here at Pocono.
We're getting ready to go here at Talladega in the SRA cars. This is the second race of the night for the championship. Norman Chan and Mason Neal are still your top 2 overall. Andrew Shaner starting off this race, followed right behind by that 4 car of Kyle Eichton. Pace car's off and we're getting ready to go racing here at Talladega. We've got our first caution here on lap 7. That car gets spun, takes up the 01, and that's going to bring out our caution. Halfway through this race, our top 3 are Kyle Eichton in the 4 car, the 27 car David Bendick, and the 25 car Tyler Daniels. We've got another caution here. Just looks like a 27 car is a little too close to that 4 car. Wipes himself out, and that's going to bring out another caution. Here with 2 left to go, Tyler Daniels and Andrew. They're racing real close together. Bumping a little bit. Here on the last lap, we're top there, Andrew, Tyler Daniels, Kyle Eichton. And they're racing pretty close. Tyler and Andrew keep bumping each other. Andrew, Tyler, and Kyle, your top 3, they're neck and neck. Who's going to win this race? Tyler and Andrew, really close to each other. And Kyle Eichton with the win. Oh, and they all wrecked at the end. Kyle Eichton with the win. Mason Neal wins in the entire Radical Wednesdays. Congratulations, Kyle. But more importantly, congratulations, Mason Neal, on winning Radical Wednesdays.
And now we've got a special announcement from the Radical Wednesday group.
Next Wednesday night, the SRA cars racing at Daytona and Talladega in a 1-day playoff shootout for a 1-night champion.
Congratulations, Mason, on that championship victory. Now we have a very special announcement.
Awesome announcement this week in Tyler Daniels Racing. The 2020 Tyler Daniels IROC Series. This series will be featuring super late models custom painted in the IROC paint scheme, as well as a crystal trophy, shirts for winners, medals for winners, among a bunch of other things. Let's take a look at the schedule for the IROC 2020 season. The season's going to kick off October 29th at Kansas Speedway. From there, they'll go to Darlington, Chicagoland, Bristol, Nashville, Atlanta, with the series ending at Dover International Speedway on December 17th.
That series looks awesome. Can't wait to see it. I'm Brendan Shaner.
And I'm Andy Shaner. Thanks for joining us.